When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross-Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. For kickoff as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Purdue's offense will go to work first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks. It's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Boilermakers in the hurry up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Complete on 3rd down. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the hurry up. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that.
He's got it. 1st down and more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Boilermaker!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Navy's offense will go to work for the first time. Quarterback may change this route. Using his legs, it's Bray. Spins away from the defense. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Navy quick to the line. It is a great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their fourth option might be to pass the football.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Complete on the comeback. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Slams ahead. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun.
Hey, Joey, what's up? He said, bro, how what? What are you talking about?
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. Oh, they're after him! And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Navy offense. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Off the play fake on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brake. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Navy quick to the line. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the incompletion, it's second and 10 from their own 25. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Boilermakers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Navy will go back on the attack. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Navy quick to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Harper. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on the option. Touchdown, midshipman! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Ball's at the 29, defense can taste getting off the field, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10.
Timeout, Purdue.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. And the Boilermakers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
The Boilermakers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Snags it over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Cobb. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Navy quick to the line. They'll go up top on second and short. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking downfield on first down. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Navy might want to catch this defense sneaking up on second and inches. Out of the gun to give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
On the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Navy will have it with a first and goal. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Navy! Great job by the back on the option. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Throws to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Cradles it at the 35. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Navy offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Navy quick to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back's got it. Touchdown, midshipman. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Ready to try the point after.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Nestles it in at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle.
There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Navy! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
42, Purdue, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, midshipman. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 28 to North Texas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Boilermakers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Navy quick to the line.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Look out, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. He might want another play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Trying to rumble in. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
First and goal, Navy.
Gets the back moving. Wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it. Balance here in the fourth quarter, but after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bringing the heat. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes the Navy offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wideout. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
At the 30-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.
Hey, what's up, Joey? I am in year 4, I believe. This is 2029. So let's see. First year, I won the Natty with a 69 overall Navy. Next year, I lost the Natty. The year after that, I won the Natty. And so yeah, this should be year 4. I'm pretty sure. 2026, 2027, 2020. Yeah. So this is year 4, and I've been playing this game I've been playing college football, like NCAA football, for 25 years, bro. So, long time. I'm not a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, you have to have your coachability set right. So you got to start with recruiter. I know a lot of people tell you to start with motivator or start with tactician. That's garbage. So you start with recruiter. Recruiter will always dominate these games forever. If you know how to play the game, always start with recruiter. It may take you a little bit to get it rolling, but once you get it rolling, it's over with. You know what I mean? So I don't even have elite recruiter. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just having the advanced look, the magnetic personality, and the Portal King is enough to do basically anything you want. And then you add persuasive personality onto it. And then once you win a few natties, you can get Program Builder. And so after you get Program Builder, the most important thing to get after you get the Program Builder is Smart Goals. It lets you earn 25% more XP on all completed goals. That means it just makes your coach boost up a lot faster. And then you go over here and you start boosting your pipeline. So you boost your primary pipeline first, and then you do your school's best 2 pipelines by 1 tier, and then you do school's best 5, and then you do the school's worst 5. So after you build that right there, it's over with. Like, as far as recruiting, you're up there with all the top schools. The most important thing is to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, it's all about winning on this game. If you win, you're going to be able to recruit. The problem is, if you didn't start with recruiter, you're going to be in massive trouble. Like, if you're playing on an online dynasty, I don't care what anybody says. Like, you can have motivator and tactician, and you can stack a whole bunch of stuff. But in the end, when it's all said and done with, I can get over here and I can stack 4 and 5 star players all day long, and my whole roster ends up full with them. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you know how to play the game, and you understand how to play the game, it's over with. If you can read defenses and you know how to actually play the game, then it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? What matters, the difference maker in your online dynasties is going to be this right here. And like I said, I don't care what anybody says. The difference maker is this right here. Where are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 5-star dude here on top, 5-star dude here on top, 5-star dude there on top. You know what I mean? Top. You know what I mean? It just goes on and on. So in the end, your pipelines are important. Like, I've got silvers through a lot of these dudes. So having the extra boost with extra interest and all that good stuff, it helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get all these dudes right through here, but when it comes down to it, and then I get down through here, and I get into my 4-star dudes, you can see that my pipeline tiers goes way up. You know what I'm saying? So I got blue. Got none on that. I try to stay away from dudes I don't have any pipeline for. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on where I started. If I started like way higher than other people, then I will. You know what I'm saying? And then it's important to make sure you go through and get your the athlete quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Go through and find the generational athlete quarterback that's basically in every single class. You know what I'm saying? Find him. Stack your quarterback room. I've got, let me see. Stack your quarterback room up. Transfer portal in the end is what sets you apart. That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to online dynasty, if you have Portal King, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? But We'll take a look here. The quarterbacks. I stacked my quarterback room. You know what I mean? So I picked up Zollers as a grad transfer. Picked him up from Texas. I already had Melinder. You know what I mean? So he's already a NFL quarterback once I get him boosted up a couple more times. Then I got Lane. I've got my Magician quarterback. So if you know anything about Magician quarterbacks, then you know you got to have one of those on your roster. So just to put him in for special packages. And you see that he's super fast. You know what I mean? So outside the pocket. These are 2 generational quarterbacks that I picked up last year. And one of them is actually switched over. He's my Magician quarterback that I needed to replace this one. So, anyway, this is my generational quarterback I picked up right there. And then when it comes to running backs, you just plug in running backs. You know what I mean? Getting into the transfer portal, you plug in your running backs. And then you go over here and you plug in wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like these dudes, transfer. This dude I recruited. This dude I recruited. This dude I recruited. Transfer, recruited. But in the end, you're going to have like, I don't know, probably 20 dudes that you can recruit in the transfer portal that are NFL talent. So as long as you got transfer or Portal King, you know what I'm saying? As long as you got Portal King, that's over with, dude. You know what I mean? So got this dude right here. He was a transfer that I picked up, and he's my stud tight end. And yeah, so I mean, basically you just recruit offensive linemen, defensive linemen, safeties, quarterbacks, and then I mean you can get 1 or 2 wide receivers, you can get a running back, but all your skill talent, cornerbacks, all that stuff are going to come from the transfer portal that are going to be NFL guys. You know what I'm saying? And then you just plug them in and it's over with. So, but yeah, year 1 and 2, I had a pretty low team. I had a 69, and then I had an 81. And then after that, I had a 90-plus team, and now I have a 99 or a 97 overall with a 99 offense. But it's just all about recruiting, man. You know what I'm saying? Recruiting and winning national championships. You got to get in there and win them. And I'm obviously not in a weak conference. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the Big Ten right now. I was in the ACC. I was in the started off the first year was in the American Conference, I think it was. Yeah, the American. Then I switched over to the ACC for a couple years, and now I'm in the Big Ten. But the better talent you play against, the better conference you play in, the better talent you're going to bring in. So you also have to recruit to your system. You know what I mean? You don't just recruit good dudes. You know what I mean? You don't just recruit overall. You recruit what fits your system. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring a lurker in as a linebacker if you don't use lurkers. You know what I'm saying? There's thumpers for certain plays. You know what I mean? Like you need to have a dude that can stop the run. All that good stuff. Defensive lineman. Like you can see right through here what I have. I've got pure power through there. And power rusher. I'll have a speed rusher or gap specialist. You know what I'm saying? But you have your pure power dudes. Those are the dudes that are going to make sure that people can't just run the ball on you all day long. And then you, like I said, get your linebackers out there. You know what I'm saying? Have you a thumper or 2 out there. You know what I'm saying? Then have you some fast dudes. I've got a lurker right here. He's a converted safety, so he's 6'2", 91 speed, and I can cover the whole field with him. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's just pass happy. So. But yeah, like I said, all these dudes you see right here, these 2 dudes this dude's a grad transfer. This dude I recruited him. He's a transfer. Recruited him. So some dudes you recruit, some dudes you don't. I recommend recruiting your safeties. You recruit your offensive and defensive line. And your quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? And other than that, I mean, and of course kickers and punters are easy to get. You just stick them on there and offer them a scholarship, and you'll probably get them. You know what I mean? So I always go for the dudes that I have a pipeline at least. You know what I'm saying? So you'll automatically get them. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to building an easy, quick team just don't fall for the crap about you got to have a motivator, you got to have tactician to start with. Yeah, well, you put yourself so far beyond the 8 ball, it's not even funny. Like, it's, unless you don't know how to play the game. If you don't know how to play the game, you might need those extra boosts. But I'm just going to say right now, if you know anything about playing these games at all, if you've ever played Madden, if you've ever played NCAA football, then it's all about recruiter, man. Like, NCAA football always has been, always will be. Like, they can nerf it as much as they want. In the end, if your coach is a recruiter and you know how to actually play the game, then you'll dominate. You know what I'm saying? So, it may take you a season or two to get where you want to be, but after you do, it's done and over with. Like, the 4 dudes, we got 4 on this one, and he went with I think tactician or motivator. He went with tactician or motivator. I'm not sure about this guy, but I'm completely dominating them in the recruiting class. You know what I mean? Like, just go over here and look at their roster real quick for this year. So let's take a look at Florida Atlantic, or Florida International. Yeah, he's got a 79 overall, and he's in year 4. So, and he's been to the playoffs and won a national championship too. Southern Miss is, let's see. There's no diss on them. They just probably should have picked the recruiter. They should have picked recruiter and not motivator or tactician, whichever one they picked. But you can see, you know what I mean, they've got an 81 overall. He's a 4-star program, you know what I mean, and he's still not. Like, the stars don't matter as much as people think. Like, you can have a 2-star program and bring in great classes, you know what I'm saying? It's just, what do you have at recruiter, you know what I mean? So, what do you have at quarterback, or your coach build is what matters, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just go filling up stuff that doesn't matter. Like, you actually have to go through it, and you got to know what you're doing as far as that goes. Don't just fill things up, you know what I'm saying? Like, with recruiter, you don't need anything for kicker at all. And I really don't recommend tier 4 for much of anything unless you just want to do that, which I did. And my tactician, I went tactician. I probably should have went motivator, to be honest with you. But on my other dynasty, I went motivator, and my teams are way better. I don't know what this thing wants to do. So since I did do tactician, I went ahead and boosted my quarterback and my offensive line. That's all I really care about there. And then I went over here to program builder and got my boost for this and my boost for my pipelines, and it's on. You know what I mean? Like, I could go to a 1-star program right now and end up with a 90 overall team after 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So, just depends on what you do with your coach build, man. You know what I mean? So, CEO is a great one because you get the big game boost. So, if you're getting into the playoffs in your online dynasties, or you're winning the national championship a lot, this is where it's at. Go out there and get that. But just because of the passive boost that you get, you know what I'm saying, you'll increase your stuff and get that going. I always go over here to gains better. I get gains better, and then gain additional interest for every 10 hours spent, and that'll help you with your recruiting right there. And bonus for every visit is pretty good too. That one's a pretty decent one because you get a bonus every time one of your recruits visits somebody else. So that's a pretty good one. The skill cap one's pretty good. Coach abilities, I usually get that. I usually go here, and then the coach abilities. So that way everything I purchase is less, because when you get to a certain point, it takes forever to kind of boost your coach up. But if you make the right moves as far as getting the extra boosts that I was talking about with Program Builder, and then with CEO, those give you the extra XP boost for your coach. And of course, make sure you have some decent offensive coordinators. Like, you want to go motivator, tactician, recruiter, and then if you can go motivator with one, go tactician with the other, and then recruiting, if they have a recruiter boost, then that's cool too. But he doesn't have anything unlocked. You can see he's tactician primarily with a little bit of motivator, and then he's all the way motivator. You know what I'm saying? So that gives me my that gives me my extra boosts that I need for that, and then the tactician boost. I picked him up because I was hoping that his recruiting stuff would boost up, so it would stack onto my recruiter. But he's not unlocking anything, which is annoying. But that's okay. But yeah, so when you go to build your programs, always make sure go with recruiter. Take the extra. It's like 8 points or whatever to boost there. Let me take a look here. Yeah, for these it's 8 points as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in the end, you're better off. You're better off going recruiter, motivator, tactician helps, but if you'll go motivator, recruiter, win a couple national championships, go program builder, and then stack your points, go CEO, and then you can just go and do whatever you want as far as all these extra ones. Talent developer is pretty decent just because it has all the extra boosts for the XP, for the quarterbacks, you know what I mean? That's really good. Of course, you know, for all the players, it's really good for as far as developing your players. Obviously, talent developer, you know what I mean? And the other one that's good for recruiting, let me see, the skill cap. No, I was thinking recruiting, but I was thinking skill cap. So the skill cap one is here, but it's all the way down on 3. You know what I mean? So it's tough to justify architect for me until I get to a certain level. Once I've already got this and I've already got my CEO stuff, and then I've got my motivator, then that's on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? Like strategist, and I think strategist is the other one that has some stuff. Yeah, this is the other strategist is the other one that's a complement to the elite recruiter. But to be honest with you, you're better just getting elite recruiter. And as you can see, I have not signed 2 top 5 teams. I don't know how, but because I mean I've gotten some stupid talent on my team, but it is what it is. Other teams have gotten a bunch of 5 stars, you know what I mean, in some years, and I have not stacked up a whole bunch of 5 stars in one year yet over here. So, but I've done a whole bunch on a couple different dynasties, and I can tell you that's definitely the route to go if you want to rebuild programs, especially small schools. Always go with recruiter no matter what. So like I said, even if they nerf it, they can nerf it again, like it doesn't matter. It's still gonna be better than anything else is, you know what I mean? So I mean that's the whole point. You're a recruiter, you can recruit better than other programs. So that's, I mean, it's just common sense. It's like realism, you know what I'm saying? Like if you've got an amazing coach that's good at recruiting versus somebody that's not good at recruiting, their program's going to be better. They're going to get better players. So that's just the way it is. But anyway, appreciate y'all stopping in, checking it out. And I'm out of here. It's lunchtime for me and all that good stuff. We're going to get ready for the college football. For the college football day and all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking it out, and we'll see y'all off and on throughout the day. We'll pop in here and do some probably some Houston. Let me take a look at what we've got going on our Houston dynasty right here. I'll give you kind of just like an idea of probably the best coach build in the game. It's going to be this right here. So I went recruiter, then I went motivator, then tactician, then I got program builder, and then I got CEO. And let me see if I've even got anything. Yeah, I went straight offensive line right there. That's all I cared about on that. Motivator, I think I did. Yeah, I did quite a few. I did quarterback, obviously, all that good stuff. I didn't really need running back because my running backs I bring in are pretty phenomenal, so I'm not worried about that. Not worried about kicker, as always. But the off-season training boost for all of these dudes right through here is important. And then, like I said, make sure you get your program boost right here. I just did these. I did the household name and hometown discount. on those just because I had extra points to spend. CEO, let's see, I've got points right now. I'm thinking I was trying to, I was thinking I was waiting to yeah, I'm waiting to get my elite recruiter over here on this one. That's why I haven't spent these points over here. But yeah, having that passive boost right there for the big game bonus is where it's at for CEO. And then get your gains better, get your lasting impression. And then your coach abilities, of course. And there's a couple other ones. Like if you're interested in having numerous visits and stuff like that, I wouldn't bother with Insta Commit. It seems to maybe get you 2 more or 3 more Insta Commits. Really, it doesn't help me. I don't even bother with it. You know what I mean? So in 25, it was pretty decent, but they nerfed it pretty quick. You know what I mean? And once they realized that people were getting like 5, 6, 7 Insta Commits with it, then they finally got rid of it pretty quick. But let's see. Yeah, you can do the second persuade. I don't do the persuades. I couldn't care less. I usually let my dudes go pro early. If they want to go, they go. You know what I mean? I don't even usually bother to bring them back because I know that transfer portal is so good that it really doesn't matter. You're gonna be able to plug and play. I mean, obviously, have your quarterback room stacked at all times. Like that's probably the most important thing to do on this game is to make sure you keep your quarterback room stacked up with young talent. You know what I mean? So as long as you do that, you can see right through here, these are all generational quarterbacks that I got right through here. Got my magician quarterback, another generational quarterback, and then he's a transfer. You know what I'm saying? So quarterback room stays stocked at all times. Quarterbacks and wide receivers. Those are the most important positions that you will lose off your team. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you keep those stacked up. And other than that, I mean, you got your offensive linemen and all that good stuff. But just make sure you know how to recruit. You know what I mean? So as long as you know how to recruit, you've got recruiter for your coach build, you're good to go on pretty much any dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So win national championships. That's all I can say. That's the most important thing to do. Win natties or at least go to the playoffs. You know what I mean? If you go to the playoffs, then players want to come to your school. You know what I mean? So they want that championship contender. Probably the most important thing on there is championship contender. You know what I'm saying? So yep. Anyway, I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking it out. We're getting ready for the college football kickoff here pretty quick, but we'll go. Appreciate the likes too. Thank you. And but yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything on Dynasty, just let me know. You know what I mean? I play it every day, and I got multiple Dynasties going and all that good stuff. So as far as coach builds or players you want to recruit and all that good stuff, like I said, the most important thing I tell people is recruit to your system. Don't recruit a pocket passer if you don't like to stand in the pocket and throw the ball. That's, you know what I mean? Don't get a power back if you're not trying to just run north and south. You know what I mean? Get an east-west playmaker with shifty and be done with it. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain players you want to get. There's certain players you don't want to get. Make sure you mix it up with receivers. Don't just get a bunch of speedsters because you're going to need some physical dudes. You'll need some contested specialists. You know what I mean? Get a few of those. Get you a jump ball guy, a physical route runner. Get you a jump ball guy that's got the 50-50. Jump ball and sure hands, you know what I mean? That way you can, if you need it, you know what I'm saying, you can drop back and throw a one-on-one ball to him, you know what I mean, if you ever need it. So, but it's a lot of different things, different ways to play, but yeah, just recruit to your system, and that's one of the most important things. And make sure you get recruiter. I mean, for as long as this game comes out, recruiter's going to dominate when it comes to Dynasty, no matter what. It doesn't matter how nerfed it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, that's going to be the best way to build your programs, especially with small programs. So I get it. You know, if you're going to start with LSU, you probably don't need recruiter to start with. If you're going to start with Alabama, you probably don't need recruiter to start with. I'm not going to lie about that. But if you're starting with anything other than a 5 or 6 star team that's not in the top 10, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to Wisconsin, or if you're going to versus Penn State, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to Wisconsin, you better have a recruiter. If you're going to Penn State, you may not need a recruiter. But it just depends on how you want to play it, man. If you're like me, I like to go from mild to wild. I'll go. I went and started Kennesaw State. I started my first dynasty on Kennesaw State, and then I went to Texas A&M. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of one of those type of deals that I wanted to experience the lowest tier up to a really good program that had an awesome entrance and a great stadium presence. And I like to experience all the different schools. And in order to do that and be successful, you need a recruiter. That's just it. It's gonna always be like that, no matter what. So, like I said, unless you just want to start at one program, stay there forever, and just go to the top tier programs all the time, then you know what I mean. You don't need it. I don't need a recruiter if I started out at Oklahoma. I don't need a recruiter. You know what I'm saying? But if I go from Oklahoma to Kansas State, I'm gonna be in trouble if I don't have a recruiter. That's just the way it is. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are or how many natties you want. If you go from a top-tier program that doesn't have a recruiter and you don't need it there, you're going to need it at some point. Unless, like I said, you just want to play at the top-tier schools. If you play there, you don't need it. You know what I mean? Go to LSU, you don't need a recruiter. There's no point in having it because you're already at a significant program that as long as you win, you're still going to pull in recruits. You know what I mean? Recruiter will be a bonus there, but it's not necessary. But for every other school, I mean, there's 130 what teams? 130 something teams on here, and for the 115 other teams, you're going to need a recruiter. That's just the way it is. So some people kind of went on YouTube early and made all these outrageous videos about you don't need a recruiter and it's nerfed and it's not worth a damn and this and that, and I'm like, you're absolutely insane. The first thing I did when I got my pre-order is I started my dynasty and I selected recruiter because I knew that was a smart thing to do, and it was. I was dominating at Kennesaw State within year 3. You know what I mean? So it just kind of lets you know. Don't always watch a bunch of YouTube videos 2 weeks before the game comes out because so-and-so says that's the way to go. Experience the game first. You know, that's all I'm going to tell you. So, anyway, I'm out of here, y'all, and we'll see y'all here this afternoon or something. Like I said, we'll pop back on here and there and do a little bit of Houston. We'll do a little bit of Texas A&M. And we'll check on the Navy. The Navy, it progresses a little bit slower just because the people that are playing on there is, kind of rec players. You know what I'm saying? They're not on here like I am all the time, 2 or 3, 4 times a day. You know what I mean? So, but, yeah. That's why the other ones progress faster. That's why I'm like Houston this one. Houston, Houston was my Kennesaw. I was thinking Texas, no. I can't remember which one I was at. I can't remember who I started with on Houston. My Houston dynasty. But that's right. My Kennesaw went to Houston, and my Texas A&M was somebody else. I started at a small tier school and then went to Texas A&M. I don't know. I get lost on all these dynasties I've got, but yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was that I had before I went to Texas A&M. I know it was a small school. That's why I went to Texas A&M. It's because I wanted to experience the big school stadium presence versus the small school, because I had the small school for a while, built them up, won a natty, and it's what we do here. It's natty or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if you ever want to see anything as far as building programs go, just holler at me. I'm always here to answer your questions. Like I said, I've been playing college football games for 25 years, you know what I mean? So, route combos and different defenses and what works this year and what doesn't work this year, and that's all that really matters. You know what I mean? When the game comes out, you just figure out, hey, what works, what doesn't work, and what they made that was annoying on the game, like no eyes, no pick, is still driving me insane. It's a lot better than what it was when it first came out. I'll tell you that much right now. There's a lot less. What's the word for it? Bailout plays. Because there for a while, people were just throwing the ball up in there, and if you can't animate, it was a touchdown every time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those deals. The animation got quite a bit better as far as batting the ball down and things like that. And I got smarter on figuring out which one to go for. Even though if you go for the interception, you can't get it. It still gives you a good bat down animation because you're going for the ball, and so it doesn't let the other person go up and just catch the ball. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of different things to figure out when the games first come out. But it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. You know, like I said, it took them a while to get it to where it's at this point. I think it's a decent game now. I mean, it is what it is. So, day 2, I was pretty perved about the game, but because they did such a phenomenal job with 25, I just, you know, it made me so mad that they changed a lot of the crap they changed. And I'm like, just because 10 people wanted to see something change, you guys went and changed everything. And I'm like, dude, you had a great game. You went from one of the best college football games ever made to a not good game. I'm not going to say anything else. So it is what it is. But yep, I'm always truthful. You always get the truth out of me. If I think it's bogus, I'm gonna tell you it's bogus. So anyway, I appreciate you stopping in and checking it out, and we're still enjoying it. That's why we're still playing it. So we'll play it for the rest of the year, and then we'll get into the new game 27 when it comes out. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.